Classic FM, the station that plays every song you know. And I want to say, Grace, first, it's an honor having you. Because interestingly, I think this is the first ever live radio appearance you are making since you assumed that position. And I'm grateful. Thank you so much. This is a January to remember. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Classic FM. I'm so delighted to be here in your presence. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, if you don't know, go to Facebook and watch us live. Interestingly, I've told her before, she's a very pretty woman, so don't worry, your husband has nothing to be afraid of. And of course, you're hearing, or you just heard her voice. She is the PRO, that's a Police Public Relations Officer of the River State Command here, of course, in the person of SP Grace Iringe-Koko. So let's get to take a look at this, because interestingly, the elections are coming. There have been so many successes for many persons to say enough is enough, or how many enough is enough should we say? How prepared that day? We just want to know the successes of the police also, because many times we get to hear of police brutality, we get to hear of extortion, we get to hear of so many things from the police. It's all about the bad eggs, the bad eggs, the bad eggs, the bad eggs in the police. Certain times I tend to ask myself, are there no good eggs anymore in the police? How come the bad ones are made to overshadow the good ones? It worries us, because when you go to the police station, you get to find the police is your friend. But how much of a friend is the police to you? So that's why we want, sorry, forgive me. We want this interaction so that we get to know and learn more about the police. What are the successes? What have they not done well? Because I know, I'm trying to make you understand so that you feel a bit relaxed. We're not attacking you, maybe. I know that the police are also humans. So we want to understand, what are the challenges? What have you done well? What haven't you done well? So that's where we're having this discussion today. So you out there, you can actually join the conversation, share with us your thoughts, ask questions, and bring up your opinions and everything. Let's have a conversation. The year is just starting. The year is young. Alexander Otutu is my name. This is the narrative on Classic FM 91.1. We are here in the Garden City of Port-Harcourt. And of course, we once again want to apologize for starting late. You can watch us live on Facebook, rather. You can watch us live on Facebook at Classic FM 911. So CLASSIC FM 911. You can watch us live. If you're out of town, you can do well to listen to us live. www.classic911.net/listen-live. So let's get to you now, Grace. Grace, this is a Herculean task, as they say, being the PRO of police. How do you feel being the public relations officer of the River State Police Command at this point in time?
Well, I want to first of all thank you once again. I feel so delighted to be the spokesperson of River State Police Command. And I know there are so many expectations that you want from me out there. But when you have passion for something, this is what I have. I have this passion in doing this. So I know great expectation is needed of me out there. So I want to use this medium to utilize it, that because of being as a PRO personnel in River State Police Command, not only police, for the people of River State. So I know there are different kinds of calls that will come in, which I don't even expect that will want to come in. But my numbers at the end of the show will be displayed, that you will call and tell us our shortcomings, where we are doing right, where we are doing wrong. And I know those calls will be coming into. But for me, being the spokesperson in River State Command and the entire River State, I'm so grateful and delighted. I like to do it more because of my duty as a police public relation officer in River State.
Quite a heavy, a huge shoe to wear, because I don't know, forgive me, I just relocated some years to Rivers, and I don't know if they have had a female spokesperson before. Have they had before?
They have series of female police officers.
Series.
Yes.
Okay, and you are now in that shoe, and it's great having you there. Let's talk about a few things now. I would want to talk about police brutality. Has it reduced in River State? In your records, what do you have?
Well, I can say yes in River State, and I can say no.
Okay.
Because the Commissioner of Police we have in River State, CP Okon, F. Young Okon, PSC Daga, FDC, is a disciplined police officer that will not want to take such, because any erring officer that will commit such crime will face disciplinary measure. And I think message have been put across to our colleagues out there, my subordinates and my superiors who have been giving lectures to their personnel. So any erring officer, we have our disciplinary measures we take. We have our provost units that will start their orderly room immediately, except such information is not received at the headquarters. But once such information is being received, we have our provost marshal. They will first of all default such officers. If it's been to detain, they will detain them immediately. And there are penalties attached to such officers that will commit such crime.
Wow, interesting. Because one of the crimes happens to be, apart from police brutality, extortion. And I'm here now talking about what I have heard from, Rivers people. Some drivers say, there are some checkpoints here and there, various checkpoints where extortion happens. I want to ask just like, as if I don't know what I'm asking. And the question would be, is extortion or those money that he collects at various checkpoints, is it allowed in the police?
For sure, such will never be allowed in the police. That's why I've come out this 2023 so that we can interact, we can talk. Let us not say the police is out there, we are seeing all this corruption happening and we are not out there to correct some certain things in our organization. I am here for all those erring officers to be corrected. The CPO has already mandated monitoring units, escort, to apprehend such officers committing this crime at the road to dent our image. So there are disciplinary measures. Officers are attached to arrest them. And I will tell you that at the end of this program, I said I will display numbers. Call and we will act immediately.
Okay. Is it right to arrest someone in lieu of another? Meaning, if someone commits an offense and they can't find them and they find a family member, is it right to arrest the person who is a family member in lieu of the person that committed the crime?
It's never right. We have this our criminal administrative justice criminal act 2015, and it's stated there that you cannot arrest some other person in another person's crime. So such act is never allowed in the police force. It's already stated in the law.
What about searching people's phones?
That one, even the first PR in Abuja, the IGP also, they have already made it. It's already there on tweets that act is never allowed. So you cannot see somebody and start searching the person's phone. It's the person's private phone. It's as if it's your body, and that's something that belongs to you, your own part of yourself, and somebody want to intrude inside. It's never allowed, except there is a warrant to search that phone in the case of investigation, and there is a warrant to search, and it can allow to search. But your private phone, your phone is your private, and somebody cannot just come in to intrude into your phone and start checking your phone, want to know what you have and what you don't have, your personal data. That we don't tolerate such.
Interesting. Okay, because we've seen that happen several times and people have actually complained about it. You can join the conversation, ask questions, drop your contributions. Let's get to read from you. You're hearing the voice of SP Grace Iringe-Koko. She is the PRO of the police, the Rivers Police Command. And interestingly, this is the first time ever she is attending any live radio broadcast. So it's great to have her join us today on Classic FM. And we want this interaction, just like I told her. We want to hear from you. She wants to hear from you. She wants the opportunity to have those discussions where she gets to know the things that they are doing well and the things that they aren't doing well. I want to also ask, is there still SARS in Rivers State?
You know for sure there is no SARS in Rivers State because the IGP has already disbanded SARS, and we cannot flaunt the IGP's order to start forming a SARS in Rivers State. There is no SARS in Rivers State. So we should not be speculating and say there is SARS. We don't have SARS. In fact, not even in Rivers State. In the Nigerian police force, we don't have SARS.
Okay, so the people that were in SARS, where are they now?
They are normal police officers, as I am. We are all normal police officers working our normal duty as police officers. We are doing our constitutional rights as police officers.
Okay, so that means they've been moved to other departments, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, now, SARS, as at the time, they pretty had a role to play because they were, I think, the special anti-robbery squad, if I'm right. So what is now happening since the special anti-robbery squad is no longer there? So what is now happening to that unit? Because I know they have the kidnap squad, the anti-kidnapping squad, or so. They have the other units. So what is now happening to that unit?
Every police officer is unique on his own. So they are playing all different roles. So we don't have SARS in Rivers State, and we don't have any personnel that is attached, that name in quote SARS, we don't have. They are all police officers because we are general duties officers. So we are performing our normal general duty as a police officers.
Okay. Have you ever heard of police officers moving in cars that has no number plates? Have you ever heard such a report?
Yes, we have, and they are in our database. If they are not using number plate, but for sure, they are supposed to use a number plate vehicle that is supposed to be patrolling. But if they are going out, they will call our control room, identifying that they are going out on patrol. So place, so color of they will inscribe the inscription of the vehicle. They will make it known to our control room, so we know they are out there working.
Okay. Another thing that I would want to ask, but this is just out of curiosity, do they make accounts of the bullets that they are giving? I don't know. When we were younger, we hear, every police officer, if they give you 5 bullets, at the end of the day, you call back and tell them, this is my 5 bullets and stuff. Do they give accounts?
Yes, if you go out and you have a certain amount of ammunition which you've been booked for, and if you expand anyone, you make an entry. You will make an entry for the ammunition you just expanded. There is an entry you will make, and the reasons why it's been expanded, you make that entry.
Wow. Do they make entries?
Yes. They all make entries. Even going to job every day, you make entry that I am on duty today. If you're going out, you make an entry. If you're going out for your official duty, like you're going out for arrest or you're going out for investigation, you also make an entry. So always you make an entry so that your movement will be made known to the authority.
Talking about movements, we could remember what happened around Rumokoro, the death of some officers. This is just one. We could remember 2020, policemen were killed during the NSAS campaign, and some other persons have lost their lives over time. It must be a tough time for the police because, of course, we know you're humans.
Thank you for you saying that we are humans. Definitely, we are humans. We are like you. We are like everybody out there. We have the blood that is flowing in your body, the same blood that is flowing in our body. We also have relatives. We have people that depend on us. So if you see our loved ones, maybe in one way or the other, they are being killed, we feel it. We have that pain. Even their relative, the same pain their relative is going through, is the same pain we are also going through.
Talking about pain, I've heard a lot about welfare of the police. It's maybe something that you might not want to talk about. I don't know, but how much is the police taking care of? Because I hear that you buy your uniforms. I hear you buy stationaries. I don't know. That's why I said I hear. So maybe I know that there are chains of commands. You might not be able to say some of these things, or maybe say it if you're not allowed to say that. But tell us a bit about those if you can.
Like you can hear last year during, I think it was November period, the IGP brought logistics for our uniforms, kits and accoutrement. So cannot complain of such. Even our welfare package, I can tell you I'm smiling now.
Oh.
Because of our IGP. Our Inspector General of Police is a digital police officer. He listens to his children. So I can tell you, we as police officers, I'm talking on behalf of River State Command, and let me use the word, my first PRO is there, the Nigerian Police Force. We are all smiling our take home.
Okay, so it's better than it used to be.
Far, far better.
Far better. Okay, that's great. Trust, building trust is one thing. And Nigerians would want to trust the police again. You know, many years back, I've heard people say, oh, when you see a police officer, you are happy because you want to relate with a person. But I've heard someone, as fact, a former, a top police officer in this state, saying that the last thing he would want to do is allow their children or his child get into the force, become a member of the police force. Do you still toe that rule? Can you allow your child get into the force?
I will. Everybody have his own perspective. For me, I will allow my child to become a police officer because you have so many opportunities as a police officer. You be enlightened, you read, you want to know more, and you have that eagerness for what you would like, knowing more, and you know so many people out there. And you know, as a police officer, you are vast. Because we are general duty officers, so we do a lot. Not just a police officer carrying out the police rule. Because we deal most of the populace. So we carry out a lot. So for me, I will allow my child to become a police officer. That's why I'm saying, based on everybody, your perspective, what you want as a person, your individual differences.
Another thing is, from time to time, considering the fact that is a psychological duty at some point, because it's tough. You're always on the road. Maybe there are times you don't sleep. You are on duty. There are certain things you see. There are certain things you're involved in at one point or the other. Do they go through psychological evaluation from time to time? Do they see are there psychologists that will grant them therapy? Do you have any in the River State Command?
You know, we train our officers. They go for training and retraining. Like that was in December period. The CP also organized a training for our officers. So you always go for training.
Don't you think that having psychologists would be great? At least they need therapy sessions.
They don't have any issue. I don't think they have any issue to undergoing such. No issue, yes.
Okay, let me talk with Bosinde, Ambassador Bosinde Araipe. Bosinde, hello. This is the first time you're coming to Classic FM.
Yes, I've been, I think, your sister station. I've been hosted a couple of times here, and
so welcome.
It's the first time I'm here.
Welcome to Classic FM.
Wow.
It's interesting.
Very classic.
Very classic, you're saying it, right? And that's the way we want the police to be.
The police are actually very classic. I was in Bias yesterday. I had a program with a command. And one thing I have noticed is that the current Nigerian police, sincerely speaking, if you will bear witness to this from your conscience, you will see that there is a form of change. And the change is actually rapidly moving. And then in River State Command, you will understand that River State had one of the most peaceful Decembers. You understand me? And while we are experiencing this peaceful December, some persons were actually not sleeping. They were ensuring that peace was maintained and sustained. I think all that I would like to appreciate the new Commissioner of Police. The man is leaving no stone unturned to ensure that the command records that greatness, and they are doing it well. But with regards to the psychologists, I heard it when I walked in. I heard you talk about the psychologists and other department. Now, the police has several departments, like the police PRO here was trying to brief you. And their job is most times covert. So it's not everything that they can't discuss with you. If you watch when you ask that question, she was trying to tell you they are okay. Why? Because it's not everything they will be able to disclose to you. But if you have visited the command headquarters, or if you have visited the police clinic, let me just open up this. Since I'm not a police officer, at least I can go a bit deeper. Now, the other day I was with the CP. You found out that there are people assigned to come check him up medically and otherwise to ensure that he is okay to perform the job of a commissioner of police. Now, that is also for every other police officer. You understand me? But police don't, from what I know about them, they don't bring out everything to the public space to discuss it with you. You understand me? It's a very covert organization to some point. You understand? So I think that's what I will say at that level. But I know they have a way of calming the men. I have been opportune for some years now. I've been close to them, and I also know that they do what you were asking for. In as much as she wouldn't be able to say it, you understand me? They do it, but it may not be at the command level. They have divisions, they have formations. These formations have their way. You understand me? They do it. You know, this psych thing you're talking has a lot to do with orientation, basically. And so they do it. For example, someone from a general duty is posted to PMF, or maybe he's in the same command transferred to a tactical team. The operations he's expected to carry out in the tactical team is different from that of the division. So definitely he will undergo certain, you understand me, orientation and activities that will relate to psychological activity to prepare him mentally for that activity. Okay. You understand me? And then from time to time they have officers whose job is to monitor them. They have the staff officer senior, they have the staff officer junior, who ensures they are okay, they are looking well. If they are not looking well, what is the challenge? Now, that's different from the monitoring, you understand? So they have all those offices, but I know she wouldn't want to just go deep and begin to devolve all that. So
Bosinde, you've been doing this for some years now, just like you said, and I would want to come from the angle of you're not an officer.
Yes, I am not.
So you are just a little away, from the system. Now, talking about being away from the system, how would you perceive the minds of people towards the police men in this state? When you say police, what do you think people think first or say first when you talk about the police?
When you say police, generally, you can't restrict that to Rivers State. You have to make it a Nigerian thing. When you say police generally, it depends on the range of person you're talking about, and it depends on the experience they've had. Not everybody has had good experience with the police. A lot have had bitter experience with the police, very bitter experience. Some have had very good experience with the police. You understand me? So it's a mixed reaction. It depends on where you're saying it. You understand me? It depends on where you're saying it. However, the truth remains this, that the police need to still work on themselves as an organization. We cannot shy away from saying that. That is the truth. Just like every other organization is still improving, like Classic FM is still improving. Am I correct? That is how the police is still improving. You understand me? But what I think is important for me as an individual, there is a role I play, and the role is to bridge the gap between the police and the public. Do you understand me?
Let's talk about the elections now, quickly. Grace, and just in case you're joining, I have SP Grace Iringe-Koko. She is the PRO of police in Rivers State. It is Classic FM. Grace, the elections are just about 40-something days away. How prepared is the Rivers Command, considering the fact that it's out there when they talk about the notion about, Rivers State is a volatile state and stuff. How prepared would you say the police command is when we are talking about the elections?
We are fully prepared for this forthcoming election because the CP has been given trainings, various kinds of trainings. We have the training with sister agencies, with the INEC, with political leaders, and stakeholders that have involved in these elections. So even the CP has already directed all area commands and DPUs, area commanders and DPUs, to replicate same to their divisions for this training and retraining for officers to ensure that this 2023 we have peaceful and credible election.
I've heard where there are instructions, clear instructions that says that the police should be neutral. Is there a possibility that all officers would actually adhere to these instructions?
The Commissioner of Police have already mopped up operational guidelines in regards to these elections. So I don't think an officer will want to go and derail from what the CP has already put in place in this forthcoming election.
Okay. What are the consequences if you derail?
There are disciplinary measures. It might lead to dismissal.
Have people been dismissed in Rivers State?
So many. Not now, some years back.
Okay.
Yes. Officers have been dismissed. Some have been reduced in rank. And they know. People around them also, they know.
So if they reduce you in rank, does it mean that your salary will reduce, your benefits will reduce? What happens when you're reduced in rank?
You know, the new election acts also cover such. So if you are reduced in rank, you will know within yourself, this thing that I did, and others will also learn from it too. And you too, you will tell yourself what I did was wrong, and others too will learn from it. And you too, you also learn from what you have done to yourself.
Okay, we've actually spoken more about, the police in terms of what they have done wrong and everything. Let's talk about what the police has done right. Let's talk about the latest crime busts. One was recently done at Omagwa and the greater area. We've heard of kidnapped victims being released. We knew what it used to be along this Emuaha Road, yes, how it used to be, how the kidnappings has been, but all of these things have reduced greatly. So even when we want to talk about the things that the police isn't doing right, let's talk about their gains, what they've done right. So tell us a bit. Let's hear from you. Please blow your trumpet.
You know, since the assumption of this CP, we've been receiving so many achievements. And if I can start counting them, I don't think I will leave this classic FM today.
We don't want you to leave. You can assume a position there. Okay. So,
we all heard, it was on social media everywhere, what happened to 3 police officers at Rumokoro. Do you know that the command, through the assistance of the Commissioner of Police, who have mandated some tactical units, those officers have been apprehended. And you can also hear recently the child trafficking that happened, that we rescued 10 young underage girls from the range of 15 to 29 years, that they will lure them and they will start having children, and at the end they will want to sell them after they've been put to bed. They want to sell those children for the range of, depending on the sex of your child. And those, they were apprehended. An investigation is all still ongoing in that view. By the end of the investigation, I think they will be charged to court. So I think we have so many achievements. Okay. We have so many recoveries. You've been hearing about these MOA hacks, this what has been happening. For this period of time, the place has been peaceful. And you can also beat your chest, and you can put your fingers across. Because of since the assumption of the CP, we can sleep peacefully in Rivers State. And I can give kudos to my CP. Because my CP is hardworking, and all the DPOs, area commanders, they put their feet on their toes on the ground to work to achieve this aim.
Okay. Those that committed the crime at Rumokoro, have they been caught?
Yes.
Little details about them, please.
They've been caught, but they were not in Rivers State, in Bayelsa State.
Oh, in Bayelsa State.
Our investigation moved to Bayelsa State, and they were apprehended in Bayelsa State. Okay. And I think because of when they had our men were coming through the exchange of gunfire, and some of them, were fatally wounded. So, but the investigation is still ongoing to that view. Okay,
that's really great to know that the police command is really doing so much within their means. There was a time there was C4I. Is it still in existence?
Yes, we still have C4I.
Okay. How effective is C4I?
They are very, very effective. We have the C4I intelligence. We have, they are there in Borokri. We also have them, but they are called Zebra. We also have Octopus. We have the C4I unit. But we have these, our call signs. This is within us. Yes, but I can tell you that we have so many good achievements. And the best one is the trust and the public relationship we have in Rivers State. We want them to build that trust in us. We want to have that confidence in working with them.
We'll be opening up the phone lines now. Before we do that, I want to ask this. We heard from the governor that there are CCTVs or so, like a command center that was created in Rivers State. Is it now functional?
Yes, it's functioning because through that we've gotten so many achievements on it. Because you see some persons want to go and steal those installations and the recorder will record. In fact, I don't want to come and open some details out here, but we've been having so many achievements to that effect.
So as you're walking around River State, there are cameras at locations that we don't know.
The new intelligence facility is working well, and I can tell you, yes.
You know, sometimes I say if the police wants to work, they work. Well, if the police wants to go to bed, they go to bed. Well, it's great to actually hear. Let's get to the phone lines. Let's hear from you. I have Ambassador Bosinde Araikwe. He's a security relations consultant. Of course, you're not new to the name around here. And I have SP Iringe-Koko. I wouldn't forget her name, Grace. She is the police PRO in River State. Thank you for making our time to come. I know how tight your schedule is, but thank you. So let's get your reactions via the phone lines. Please, if you can, keep it 30 seconds. If you have questions, please do ask. Within the time frame, she will try to answer the questions. If you can't ask questions, or you want to comment them, or you want to say something, please do well to also say something, okay? And of course, we have some reactions on Facebook that we will take. Okay, so I'll look at them too. We had some reactions right there on Facebook. So let's get to look through some of the questions here. Okay, so Grace, because of time, we'll just take as much as we can take.
Okay.
Yes. This one says, "Good morning, Alex and the PRO. I want to know if the state police top hierarchy do visit routes manned by officers, meaning do the officers, the top ranked officers, do they move around? If they do, what explanations are there for the number of police officers at 20-meter apart checkpoints along Port-Harcourt Road? Can't some mobile teams just park and observe movements? We don't need roadblocks by battalions of officers to feel police presence. Secondly, what happened to mobile teams we used to see around streets and neighborhoods at nights and periods of the day? Or rather than do these runs across communities and streets, teams prefer mounting checkpoints, which serves better, roadblocks and non-routine checks? Okay, I would get to rephrase it. And he said, my third question is find out if you think the police is properly equipped to handle and maneuver conventional crimes and terrorism in the country. Okay, already she has said, if we talk about River State, there is the security now, the cameras are everywhere, just like the governor did, so she answered that part. Then, talking about roadblocks, people have actually complained about roadblocks along this road.
Yes, the roadblocks, the commanders are aware of. Well, they are checking. Let me use the checkpoints, because I cannot just say roadblock. And because of this yearly tide season that just passed, so the CP already made press briefing and he told the citizens in River State that he's going to do artificial traffic so that, this snatching of cars, kidnapping, so that they cannot just move easily. And that has been helpful to River State. That's why this season, the River State enjoyed this peace. This relative peace we enjoyed is because of that, and because of the visibility of police officers seen everywhere. The police is your friend. We are there to protect lives and property. That's why you're seeing us everywhere. Okay. Now, some questions, and before I come to you, Bosinde, some questions. This one says, mine is on extortion, especially in Borokiri and New Road, Borokiri. This particular one in front of the Borokiri police station in Borokiri, the police extorts 100 naira from bus and taxi drivers every night. If the driver refuses, the passengers will be asked to come down, and the men and boys will be searched and asked some questions. Let me see your phone, where are you going to, and the rest. So, I think you should write this place down. And it's noted. Yes, and go ask questions about it. Carry out your investigations, because this place has been reported now, Borokiri and New Road, Borokiri. Okay. So this should also be taken down. Good morning. Okay.
Okay, this one says, good morning, my name is Lekon. You said police brutality is still very much in place in River State. Corrupt-minded police officers are all in the force. I am tempted to say there is no good egg in the force. You said East-West Road leading Ogoni and Akwa Ibom State, there are about 15 or more roadblocks with police officers collecting 100 naira per vehicle without remorse. You said the PRO can talk, and okay, just the same roadblocks, just like you said. Quite very beautiful woman indeed. He said, Grace, could you please let the world know the very situation with Chima Ikunado? So they are trying to ask, what is the update on Chima Ikunado's story? I know the last time the case has been taken to court. What's the update?
The matter is in court and already is ongoing in court. And they are also in prison for now because the matter is still ongoing. All those involved. It's been I think most of the journalists are also following up the story. And I know at the end of it, when judgment will be read, it will be made known to the public.
Okay, let's get your calls. I will take just a few calls because of time. Someone just wants to lay complaint and says, why are lots of streets trading directly close to the state police command and state assembly, saying it's an eyesore? So maybe you can look at it also. It's also a security risk.
We'll look into it.
I think it should be looked into. Bossing, yes, you want to say something?
Yes, first of all, I want to commend your listeners that has found the time to speak out on these issues. You see, like I keep saying, every organization has its saboteurs. So no matter how good we experience great policing in River State, there will always be one or two who are there to perpetrate their own selfish interests. You understand me? So it boils down to members of the public to keep coming forward with these reports. You can recall the other time some persons were started in Ogoni Road. Those officers were apprehended. The money was returned. You understand me? Not only was the money returned, they faced disciplinary, very serious one. You understand me? So I want to encourage members of the public to keep coming to report. They can, of course, as they keep sending in messages, good. But she is not going to be here every day. But she's going to be at the police headquarters every day. So even when they are not calling in on air, they should make some physical form of reporting. Visit the office of the PRO. That's what I want to advise. Come, bring your reports. This is my report. This is where it's going on. You know, the police will police the community. The community will police the police. You understand? So people should learn to bring their report too. You understand me? This is going on. This is where, like they have reported the Borokre Neuro. Definitely she will go check it out. I know the kind of commissioner of police they have now. He doesn't take rubbish. You understand me? So definitely he will check it out. So people are encouraged to come forward to the police. I encouraged people the last time I was on air. I said, visit the closest police station to you. And what do? Ask to see the DPO. If they refuse, give me a call. When you see the DPO, tell the DPO, I live around this environment. I have come to see you. How are you doing? How is work going on? Now, that saves you from a lot. Sometimes the police under judge's rule, they can come and raid an environment. And then they raid you. And they take you to the station. You ask your DPO, I live around here. You picked me up from my frontage. I was relaxing. It saves you. But we wait till we have a challenge. We don't need to have a challenge to be friends of the police. We must build this friendship without even a challenge. You understand me? So that's what I want members of. I want them to come closer to the authority. You understand me? When you come close, there is a lot you will now begin to understand about the system that from far you will never be able to understand.
Okay. Grace will share a number that you can call when you have challenges of this. So please keep your pen and paper close. Grace, I'll just take a few of these reactions. Some persons would want to join us via the phone lines, but I don't know because of time. Let's see if we can accommodate. So 0802-4000-911 and 080-911-21911. This one says, good morning, PRO. So what recourse do those who have had their phones taken from them and searched by the police without search warrants have? So if your phone is taken from you and you're searched, that's a search warrant, what do you do?
I have so many calls of such reports, and I have acted on so many. If they are listening, most of them will not cancel it, and refunds have been made also. So just call, because I'm going to place this number. Whenever you have such challenges, call, and I will act on it immediately. And I tell you that you will receive whatever complaint that you made, and we are going to listen to it and act on it immediately.
Let me just add something to what the police PRO has said. First of all, the police has an act, and their operations must be within that act. Anytime a police officer goes outside the police act, he or she, whether he or she is wearing police uniform or not, is not working for the police at that moment. Is doing a selfish thing. You understand me? Fine. For example, you're not supposed to search people's phone, and then you go and search people's phone when you know you're not supposed to do it. At that point, you are not acting on behalf of the police because it's not in the police act. You are doing something selfishly. So I encourage members of the public, like I do encourage them. When an officer goes beyond his bound and is no longer doing the official police work that the Constitution allows him to do, he's beginning to take law into his own hands and utilize whatever he has that is supposed to protect you to maybe want to intimidate you and harass you and extort you. Do not see him anymore as a police officer. Consider yourself as being robbed or as being, you understand what I'm saying? So maintain the whatever, however you can do, maintain it, however way you can maintain it, but always ensure that immediately after that incident, you do not go home direct. You branch the nearest police formation, make a report, follow up your report. That's how we get this done. They are not everywhere. That's the truth. So we must assist them.
So this one says, my question, why is police officers underfunded and they buy uniform for themselves? And we hear on media that the government have actually increased police salary on and their arrears. How true is this? And why is the police still collecting money at every checkpoint from mile 1 to mile 3? Choba Axis. He said, most times I go to police station for reports, but they do tell people to buy fuel for the vehicle, so there are no provisions for the day operation of the police force. Please, I need answers. These things, how often will an ordinary officer benefit from these? Diamond from Ajib. Before then, because of time, I take this quickly. This one says, good morning. Police in Borkri police station collect money from motorists every evening. The DPO is aware, and I believe the command is aware, but nothing is done to these officers. Secondly, ma'am, when you call the number of the control room to report any criminal or cult activities, they will not come. That's if they take the call at all. Finally, the police in Rivers Command is only interested in those dealing on fire and other criminal activities. Okay, it said, what will be done about it? Iyo from Borokiri. This one says, why is it that the governor don't compensate those killed by police, either by accidental discharge or otherwise, without proper approval, but the governor always compensate those police officers who were killed by unknown gunmen? And you said, Mile 1 Police, Borokiri Police, Olusegun Obasanjo Police, Rumokoro Police, Midiokoro Police, Choba Police, they're both police stations are to be checkmated due to the dubious extortions going on there. Okay, so these reports have actually been gotten. They are taking notes, and they will look into it, I believe. And this one says the police is really working and commendable, but the police barracks and environment is too dirty. Tell the provost to inspect police barrack. Cheers. That's what this one says. Okay, thank you very much, Festus. So, some are sending text messages, but I don't know if we could see the text messages here. Let me see. Sorry, quickly. This one says the DRO. Okay, I think the PRO says something about police insurance. If there is death of police, okay, it's not enough. Are there insurance for officers?
Yes, we have our insurance policy.
Okay.
For officers that died in active service, so we have our policies, but there are forms they will fill, there are processes to take, but definitely they will be paid.
Okay. We don't want them to die in active service.
At all. We don't pray for such.
We want them to retire.
Yes.
Just like every other person. So we have to go now. But from time to time, as much as we can, we'll have you come around, Grace. The numbers, please. We'll have you come around, Grace, so that people could complain about this. Because, of course, you guys cannot be everywhere. Especially, they have commands, yes. They have, rather, divisions, yes. But the command oversees everything. So, to put these people in checks, complaints like this would help your command grow. So please, are there numbers to call? Bosinde, do you mind giving out your number also?
Yes, I will give out my numbers and social. I'm more active on social media. I have people on 247 on social media to pick up this challenge and forward to the authorities.
Okay,
to,
let's get
follow
yours
it up
first
to.
before we get that.
Okay, if you're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, you just follow me at Bosinde Life. Bosinde Life is spelled Bosindelive. That is B for boy, as in B for ball. So Bosindelive. And if you have a reason that you want to call, you can call 0803-945-6424.
0803-945-6424. 945-6424.
But the social media is even faster than the call.
Faster. Okay, so that is Bosinde. You can get through to him, get through to the team, and make your reports. But let's come to the crooks. So, how do they get through to you, Grace, or the command?
I want to tell you that this year, 2023, we have come to live. This year, 2023, we have come to listen to all your complaints. Police misconduct, I want to give you a number that you call when you hear any police officer misbehaving out there. Don't even challenge them. Just call. Call this number. I know you're with your pen now, so I want to call the number 081 4222. That is quadruplet 2 003.
Again?
Then I want to call other number.
No, call that number again.
081 Why I'm saying 222? I don't want somebody to go and write some other thing else.
Okay, so
0814 quadruplet 2. That is 222 into 4. Then 003.
Okay.
Then other number.
This is for police misconduct.
Yes.
Do they have another number to also
Yes,
call?
I want yours in case this one is not going.
Okay.
090.
Yes, please.
14273818. I repeat, 09014273818. Then our police control room numbers for emergencies.
Okay, before then, so if you have your pen and paper or your phone somewhere, this is the number, or these are the numbers. For any misconduct, any of them at all, you can call any of those numbers. 0813. Okay, 0814. Okay, so 0814 2222 03. 0814 2222 Okay, 003. Okay, yes, 003. Okay, so that is one. 0814 2222 003. You can also call 0901 427 3818. 0901 427 3818. So let's talk about the control room now.
The control room in case of emergencies. 080 39 21 3071. I repeat, 080 39 21 3071. The second number, 080 988, that is 888 0134.
Okay, so for emergencies, you can reach out to the control room. So all you need to do is dial any of these numbers. 0803 921 3071. 0803 921 3071. You can also call 0809 888 0134. 0809 888 0134. Please do your best to make these reports. Try your best. As long as we are, that's why I actually always say it, the churches are filled with, maybe half of the people in churches are filled with sick persons. And people don't understand when I say that. Jesus did not come for the healthy. He did not come for the righteous. He came for the sick. So in everywhere, even in the media organization, you see, you get the bad eggs. So it's everywhere. You go to hospitals, you definitely will get the bad eggs there. You see great doctors, and you see doctors that are not supposed to be wearing that, uniform or wearing that, attire there. So it's everywhere. But we are going to continuously strive to be great Nigerians. So let me start with Security Relations Consultant Ambassador Bosinde Araigbe. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for the first time coming to Classic FM.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Pleasure.
Thank you. And SP Grace Iringe-Koko. Thank you for the first time ever appearing on a radio station. Thank you. She's the PRO of the River State Police Command. Thank you, Grace.
Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. And I think I can make this program even once in a month.
Okay.
So that we'll be interacting, so that I will know your problems, and you will always interact, so that whatever it is that you need, any need at all, to call upon the police. I know DPOs, some persons want to call the DPO for a comment and whatsoever. The DPO don't have rights to speak, and they'll refer you to me. Myself, the CP, have the right to speak on behalf of the police in River State. So whenever you have any difficulties, challenges, just call, just dial this number. Okay. We are there to answer and to respond. Thank you so much. I love you all the good people in River State. Thank you for trusting us once again. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. And I'm not a police person, so I wouldn't say reach out to me, but reach out to our platforms, okay? If you have some of these complaints, reach out to our platforms. If you can't reach out to the numbers that has been shared. If you're on socials, reach out to me on social, my Twitter, my Instagram if possible, or even our WhatsApp platform here. Reach out. If I can, I'll share this with the command. I'll share with the command. I will share with Bosinde. We'll share so that we can collectively work to see, things happen right in River State. Until maybe God gives us the opportunity to bow out, and say, you have done well in life, you can go. But as long as we're still here doing what we need to do, we should do it right. So once again, thank you very much. Thank you so much. We have some other persons that are behind the scene. Thank you, Nkechi Onwuka. Thank you so much. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, lady. I don't know. Cindy. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Sandra. Some persons have been doing this behind the scene. I want to say thank you. Thank you also, Damola. Everybody that has been doing this, thank you so much. Alexander is my name. The news is at 11:15, so do well to stay close and stay here. This is Classic FM 91.1, the station that plays every song you know. And yes, also shout out to you, Charles. Operon, thank you everyone that has joined in thus far. It's been the narrative on Classic FM 911.
Two sides.
Wow.